Welcome. Today we're diving into the world of servant leadership, a powerful approach that flips traditional leadership on its head. Instead of focusing on power and authority, servant leaders put their teams first, prioritizing the growth and well-being of every member. This philosophy isn't just about being nice, it's about creating an environment where everyone can thrive. Throughout this video, we'll explore why servant leadership leads to long-term success, how it works in practice, and what you can do to adopt this mindset. Let's start by understanding what servant leadership really means and why it matters in today's world. Servant leadership is a leadership style where the leader's main goal is to serve others. Unlike traditional leaders who focus on accumulating power, servant leaders prioritize the needs of their team. They listen actively, support personal and professional growth, and foster a sense of community. This approach builds trust and loyalty, making teams stronger and more resilient. By putting others first, servant leaders create a culture where everyone feels valued and empowered. This isn't just a theory, it's a proven strategy that has transformed organizations around the world. The concept of servant leadership was first introduced by Robert K. Greenleaf in the 1970s. Greenleaf believed that the best leaders are those who serve others, helping them grow and succeed. His ideas challenged the traditional top-down leadership model and inspired a movement that continues to influence organizations today. Over the years, servant leadership has evolved, but its core principles remain the same: empathy, listening, stewardship, and a commitment to the growth of others. Understanding these roots helps us see why servant leadership is so impactful. The heart of servant leadership are several core principles. These include empathy, active listening, healing, awareness, persuasion, conceptualization, foresight, stewardship, commitment to people's growth, and building community. Each principle plays a vital role in shaping a leader who genuinely cares about their team. By practicing these principles, leaders can inspire trust and loyalty, creating a positive and productive work environment. Let's take a closer look at each of these principles and how they contribute to effective leadership. Empathy is the foundation of servant leadership. It means understanding and sharing the feelings of others. Servant leaders take the time to listen to their team members, showing genuine concern for their well-being. This creates a safe space where people feel comfortable sharing ideas and challenges. When leaders demonstrate empathy, they build stronger relationships and foster a culture of trust. Empathy isn't just about being kind, it's about truly connecting with others and supporting them through both successes and setbacks. Active listening is another key principle of servant leadership. It's more than just hearing words, it's about fully engaging with what someone is saying. Servant leaders listen without interrupting, ask thoughtful questions, and reflect on what they've heard. This approach shows respect and helps leaders understand their team's needs and concerns. By practicing active listening, leaders can make better decisions and create a more inclusive environment. It's a simple but powerful way to show your team that their voices matter. Trust is the glue that holds teams together. Servant leaders build trust by being honest, transparent, and consistent in their actions. They keep their promises and admit when they make mistakes. This openness encourages team members to do the same, creating a culture where everyone feels safe to take risks and share ideas. Trust doesn't happen overnight, it's built through small, everyday actions. When leaders prioritize trust, teams become more resilient and better equipped to handle challenges. Empowerment is at the core of servant leadership. Servant leaders give their team members the tools, resources, and authority they need to succeed. They encourage autonomy and support personal growth, helping each person reach their full potential. By empowering others, leaders create a sense of ownership and accountability within the team. This not only boosts morale but also drives innovation and creativity. When people feel empowered, they're more likely to go above and beyond for the team. Servant leaders are deeply committed to the growth of their team members. They provide opportunities for learning and development, offer constructive feedback, and celebrate achievements. This focus on growth helps individuals build new skills and gain confidence. It also benefits the organization by creating a more capable and motivated workforce. By investing in their team's development, servant leaders lay the foundation for long-term success. Growth isn't just about climbing the career ladder, it's about becoming the best version of yourself. Sense of community is essential for any successful team. Servant leaders work to build strong relationships and foster a spirit of collaboration. They encourage open communication, celebrate diversity, and create an inclusive environment where everyone feels they belong. This sense of community boosts morale and helps teams overcome challenges together. When people feel connected, they're more engaged and motivated to contribute to the team's success. Servant leadership turns a group of individuals into a true community. Stewardship is about taking responsibility for the well-being of your team and organization. Servant leaders act as stewards, making decisions that benefit everyone, not just themselves. They think long-term and consider the impact of their actions on the team, the organization, and the wider community. Stewardship requires humility and a willingness to put others' needs first. By practicing stewardship, leaders build trust and set an example for others to follow. Servant leaders rely on persuasion rather than authority to influence others. They use reason, empathy, and communication to build consensus and inspire action. This approach fosters collaboration and encourages team members to share their perspectives. Persuasion is about guiding people toward a common goal, not forcing them to comply. By mastering the art of persuasion, servant leaders create a more harmonious and effective team environment. Awareness and foresight are critical skills for servant leaders. Awareness means understanding yourself, your team, and the environment around you. Foresight is the ability to anticipate future challenges and opportunities. Together, these skills help leaders make informed decisions and navigate uncertainty. Servant leaders stay alert to changes and adapt their strategies as needed. By being aware and forward-thinking, they guide their teams through both calm and turbulent times. Healing is an often overlooked aspect of servant leadership. It involves helping team members recover from setbacks, resolve conflicts, and move forward stronger than before. Servant leaders create a supportive environment where people feel safe to express their emotions and seek help when needed. By promoting healing, leaders foster resilience and unity within the team. This not only improves individual well-being, but also strengthens the entire organization. Conceptualization is the ability to see the big picture and think beyond day-to-day operations. Servant leaders use this skill to set a clear vision for the future and inspire their teams to work toward common goals. They encourage creativity and innovation, helping team members see how their work fits into the larger mission. By focusing on the big picture, servant leaders keep their teams motivated and aligned with the organization's purpose. How does servant leadership differ from traditional leadership? Traditional leaders often focus on results, authority, and control. In contrast, servant leaders prioritize people relationships and long-term growth. They lead by example, showing humility and a willingness to serve. This shift in focus leads to higher engagement, better performance, and stronger teams. Understanding these differences can help you choose the leadership style that best fits your values and goals. Servant leadership offers many benefits for teams. It creates a positive work environment where people feel valued and supported. Teams led by servant leaders are more engaged, collaborative, and innovative. They handle challenges more effectively and are more likely to stay with the organization long-term. By putting the team first, servant leaders unlock the full potential of every member, leading to greater success for everyone. Organizations that embrace servant leadership see significant improvements in performance, culture, and retention. Employees are more satisfied, turnover rates decrease, and productivity rises. Servant leadership also enhances the organization's reputation, attracting top talent and loyal customers. By focusing on people, organizations build a strong foundation for sustainable growth and long-term success. It's a win-win for both employees and the business. These successful organizations practice servant leadership. Companies like Southwest Airlines, Starbucks, and the Container Store have built their cultures around serving employees first. These organizations empower their teams, encourage open communication, and invest in personal development. The results speak for themselves: high employee engagement, loyal customers, and consistent growth. These real-world examples show that servant leadership isn't just a theory, it's a proven path to success. What does servant leadership look like in practice? It's leaders who listen to feedback, support their team's ideas, and step in to help when needed. It's managers who celebrate team achievements and provide guidance during tough times. Servant leaders are visible, approachable, and always willing to lend a hand. Their actions set the tone for the entire organization, inspiring others to lead by example. While servant leadership has many benefits, it's not without challenges. It requires patience, humility, and a willingness to put others first, even when it's difficult. Some may mistake servant leadership for weakness or indecisiveness. It can also be challenging to balance serving others with achieving organizational goals. However, with practice and commitment, these challenges can be overcome, leading to stronger teams and better results. Overcome the obstacles of servant leadership. Leaders must stay true to their values and communicate their intentions clearly. It's important to set boundaries and ensure that serving others doesn't come at the expense of organizational goals. Leaders should seek feedback, reflect on their actions, and continuously improve. By staying committed to servant leadership, even in the face of challenges, leaders can create lasting positive change. Servant leadership fosters a culture of innovation by encouraging creativity and risk-taking. When team members feel supported and empowered, they're more likely to share new ideas and experiment with different approaches. Servant leaders celebrate innovation and learn from failures, turning setbacks into opportunities for growth. This mindset drives continuous improvement and keeps organizations ahead of the curve. Diversity and inclusion are central to servant leadership. Servant leaders value different perspectives and create an environment where everyone feels welcome. They actively seek out diverse voices and ensure that all team members have equal opportunities to contribute. This commitment to diversity leads to better decision-making, greater creativity, and a stronger team. Servant leadership helps organizations harness the power of diversity for long-term success. Servant leaders prioritize the well-being of their team members. They recognize the importance of work-life balance, mental health, and personal fulfillment. By supporting employee well-being, servant leaders reduce stress, increase job satisfaction, and improve overall performance. This focus on well-being creates a healthier, happier, and more productive workplace for everyone. Effective communication is a cornerstone of servant leadership. Servant leaders are open, honest, and transparent with their teams. They encourage feedback, share information freely, and make sure everyone is on the same page. This open communication builds trust and ensures that everyone understands the team's goals and priorities. Servant leaders know that great communication is key to great leadership. Accountability is essential for servant leaders. They set clear expectations, hold themselves and others responsible, and follow through on commitments. Servant leaders don't shy away from difficult conversations. They address issues directly and constructively. This approach creates a culture of accountability where everyone is motivated to do their best work. Feedback is a powerful tool for servant leaders. They seek feedback from their teams and use it to improve their leadership. They also provide constructive feedback to help team members grow. This two-way feedback loop creates a culture of continuous improvement and mutual respect. Servant leaders know that feedback is essential for personal and team development. Conflict is inevitable in any team, but servant leaders handle it with care and empathy. They listen to all sides, facilitate open dialogue, and work toward fair solutions. Servant leaders focus on healing and restoring relationships rather than assigning blame. This approach strengthens the team and prevents future conflicts from escalating. Motivation is a key driver of team performance. Servant leaders inspire their teams by recognizing achievements, providing meaningful work, and supporting personal goals. They understand what motivates each team member and tailor their approach accordingly. This personalized motivation leads to higher engagement, better performance, and greater job satisfaction. Servant leaders involve their teams in decision-making processes. They seek input, consider different perspectives, and make decisions that benefit the whole team. This collaborative approach leads to better outcomes and greater buy-in from team members. Servant leaders know that the best decisions are made together. Change is a constant in today's world. Servant leaders guide their teams through change by providing support, clear communication, and a steady presence. They help team members adapt, address concerns, and stay focused on the team's goals. This supportive approach makes change less stressful and more successful for everyone involved. Servant leadership shapes organizational culture by modeling values like respect, trust, and collaboration. Leaders set the tone for the entire organization, influencing how people interact and work together. A servant leadership culture attracts top talent, retains employees, and drives long-term success. It's a culture where everyone feels valued and empowered. Servant leadership doesn't just benefit employees, it also improves the customer experience. When teams feel supported and empowered, they provide better service to customers. Servant leaders encourage their teams to go the extra mile, solve problems creatively, and build lasting relationships with customers. This focus on service leads to higher customer satisfaction and loyalty. Servant leadership is a long-term strategy for success. By investing in people, building trust, and fostering growth, servant leaders create organizations that can weather any storm. This approach leads to sustainable performance, strong relationships, and a positive reputation. Servant leadership isn't a quick fix, it's a commitment to lasting excellence. Anyone can become a servant leader by adopting the right mindset and behaviors. Start by listening to your team, showing empathy, and putting others' needs first. Encourage growth, celebrate achievements, and support your team through challenges. Lead by example and stay true to your values. With practice, you'll build the skills and habits needed to lead with service. Developing servant leadership skills takes time and effort. Focus on building self-awareness, improving communication, and practicing active listening. Seek feedback from your team and look for opportunities to serve others. Remember, leadership is a journey, not a destination. Every step you take brings you closer to becoming a true servant leader. Remote work presents unique challenges for servant leaders. It's important to maintain strong communication, build trust, and support team members from a distance. Use technology to stay connected, check in regularly, and provide the resources your team needs. Servant leadership is just as effective in remote teams. It simply requires a little creativity and extra effort. New managers can benefit greatly from adopting servant leadership. Start by getting to know your team, understanding their strengths and challenges, and supporting their development. Focus on building relationships and creating a positive team culture. Remember, your role is to serve and support your team, not just to give orders. During times of crisis, servant leadership is more important than ever. Leaders must provide stability, communicate clearly, and support their teams through uncertainty. By staying calm and focused, servant leaders help their teams navigate challenges and emerge stronger. Crisis is a true test of leadership, and servant leaders rise to the occasion. How can you measure the impact of servant leadership? Look for signs like higher employee engagement, lower turnover, and improved team performance. Gather feedback from your team and track progress over time. Servant leadership may not always show immediate results, but its positive effects become clear as your team grows and succeeds. Servant leadership isn't just good for teams and organizations, it's also deeply fulfilling for leaders. Serving others brings a sense of purpose and satisfaction that goes beyond traditional measures of success. By making a positive impact on others, servant leaders find meaning in their work and inspire those around them to do the same. Legacy of a servant leader is measured by the positive impact they leave behind. Servant leaders inspire others to lead with empathy, integrity, and a commitment to service. Their influence extends far beyond their time in a role, shaping the culture and success of organizations for years to come. By putting others first, servant leaders create a lasting legacy of excellence. Let's recap the key points of servant leadership. It's about putting your team first, building trust, empowering others, and fostering growth. Servant leaders create positive, resilient teams and organizations that succeed in the long run. By adopting servant leadership, you can make a meaningful difference in your team and beyond. Remember, leadership is about service, and service is the path to lasting success. Thank you for joining us on this journey into servant leadership. By putting your team first and leading with empathy, you can achieve long-term success and create a positive impact that lasts. Whether you're a new manager or a seasoned leader, servant leadership offers a powerful framework for making a difference. Start today, lead by serving, and watch your team thrive.